Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with them.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with it. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
what the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. Looks like we're just jamming through a town.
whatever's going on, these are Wall-Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Dragon form!
Leave the enemy guard to me!
No complaints here! In a vine! Dragon form! Elusive here! Can you take it? You're mine! Shall regeneration! Dragon form! Regenerate! Allow me to help you. I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not a chance! Hurricane Thrust! Mirage! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Dragon Form! Can you take it?
Air thrust!
Heal!
Is that a healing art?
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't say.
Well...
well, how?
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
You think about it. Thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
See anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
What?
Yes! Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible. Yes!
What?
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Huh?
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well... Hmm?
Huh? expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Have you guys... checked your equipment lately?
About time we call it a night?
Indeed. One should never underestimate the power of beauty sleep.
Odd. I never thought you would care.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
What's wrong, Law?
Why do I gotta have a vitamin smoothie?
Because you've been eating nothing but meat lately. Your body needs vegetables to stay healthy.
Yeah, but does it have to be so concentrated?
It's better that way. Even if you hate vegetables, all you have to do is drink it. It's a quick and easy way to get more nutrients.
Like you're one to talk. You'll have anything as long as it's spicy.
Which that vitamin smoothie isn't. I know its taste leaves a little to be desired, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad.
This sludge isn't gonna make me less hungry.
I don't know. If you downed 10 of them, I bet you'd start feeling pretty full.
Are you trying to turn me into an herbivore or something?
If I were you, Law, I'd drink it down sooner rather than later. It's going to start tasting bitter if you let it get warm.
It's already bitter when it's cold.
Come on, Law. It's good for you. Quit complaining and drink it already.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on. Guys. We've got lots to do.
Guess I misread the landing. Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Yikes! Don't make eye contact with it!
This one's tough!
It's a duel of the arts!
Ignite!
Everlasting shot!
Where are
Aim
you
for the
going?
weak spot!
Dragon
Form!
An astral
That's my cue!
shut him down!
Dragon Form! Radiant light!
I'll take you all on!
Dragon Form! Regenerate! I'll smack you!
Thanks!
Far enough!
You must be tired of doing it. I'm merely doing what I can. Glad you're on up.
Try this!
Too much!
Elusive deity!
Dragon Form!
Resonate with the earth!
Dragon Form!
Where are you going? This works!
Try this!
Glacial Spear!
Here's evil!
Burn in hell! Dragon Form!
In a vine!
Thrilling performance!
Ready and raring! I can carve through armor! Power bloody howling!
Now, all is freely!
Take it down!
Nothing can find me! Air pressure!
Dragon Form!
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
Little friend's sword, you can't depend on.
Mind if I do?
You're right.
Dragon
I'll bear that in mind.
The flame inside is yours to be let
You knew that. Then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going.
This is a plan I never fit!
Try this!
Blah, blah, blah,
Explosive ring!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Banana, let's go!
Dragon Form!
Anything in all is being interrupted!
I couldn't make it in time.
Dragon Form!
Elusive deity! Everlasting
Explosive
shot!
ring!
Benediction light.
Dragon Form!
Ready to go! Far enough!
This one's all mine! Try this!
I'll take you!
Explosive ring!
Time!
Not today!
Flame of fury!
Dragon Form!
Now what's this?
Try this!
Can't get out of this!
Dragon Form!
Raging storm!
Elusive deity!
Dragon Form!
Eden ray! Ready and raring! Shine! Radiant light! Full regeneration! Regenerate!
This one's mine!
Allow me to help.
Green Lantern! Dance in the wind!
Here I come! Dragon Form! You pay
ruin. Dragon form! Take it!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Dragon form! Pieces!
Here, let me help.
Wide open! It won't escape me. You! Power surges through. Dragon form!
Let's get you all tucked away. Annihilation!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Elusive
Where would
genius!
that came from?
No one can break this night. Forgive me. This is my fault. Can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind! In here!
Here I come!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Dragon form!
Glacial steel! Here's Eagle!
I'll face you! Elusive genius! Far enough! Dragon! Eat this! Take this!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Explosive ring! Armor won't save you!
Dragon form!
No! Can't end here! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life!
This is some punishment.
Stay away from...
What was I thinking?
Dragon form!
First aid!
Okay.
Raging storm!
Explosive ring!
Annihilation! Not in your dreams! Mega ray! Raging cascade!
Dragon form!
What's the handle? Up and in! Let's go! Magic is there! First aid! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Here goes! Not in your dreams!
Dragon denied! Shattering the pieces! Attack time! The flame inside me yearns to be lit free!
There you go! Don't let up! It's weakened!
Dragon form! This ends now! Dragon
They're all
form!
coming after me!
I'm coming, Rinwell!
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine!
Dragon form!
Raging cascade!
Explosive ring! I owe you one! Dragon form!
Is that a healing arc?
Won't end like
I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Hold on to your arch! Here I come!
Explosive ring!
More where that came from!
Dragon form!
This one is almost in the bag!
Not done yet.
Sealed!
Just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best!
I can't lose.
Dragon form!
Ready to go!
Dragon armor won't save you! Can you take it?
Denied! Let's go!
Explosive ring! Eat this! Dragon form! No further! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Explosive ring! An eagle ray! Dragon form!
Here's Eagle!
Try this! Explosive ring! Dragon form!
I never miss!
This time!
Don't mind if I do!
Dragon form! Eat this!
Can't be happening!
I'll smash you! Try this! Explosive ring! Dragon form! Dragon form!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shut!
Well done!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah! Seriously?
Hey!
Looks like we made it here in one piece. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
See what you've got.
Forward up! Dragon form!
I'll take you all on. You got fire.
I've got marksman handle. Leave the enemy's arc.
All yours.
No complaints here!
Ignite. Dragon form.
Take this!
We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Dragon form!
Do it!
Totally. In an instant. Impact rock.
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
Barely got a look at the thing. Ah, the spray from this waterfall feels so good.
Seriously. Makes the sweat I worked up getting here all worth it.
Don't get too wet now, you two, or else you'll catch a cold.
There.
Right, here we go!
Here I go.
Double demon fang!
Here I Is it hot? You go. Just back it up.
Coming, face it!
Fine, free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of that?
Frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
Pierce evil!
The enemy deals ours too.
You'll soon see about that.
No further! Dragon form!
Now, look. Get toasty.
Burst strike!
Radiant blood. Chinese supernova.
Dragon form! Go science!
I can carve through armor!
Freeze lancer. Dance in the winds.
Where are you going?
Make it rain. Dueling. This one's got your name on it. I got it.
Double demon fang!
Looks like we got them all.
No choice! Double demon fang! Eat dirt! Dragon
Here I
form!
come. Are those arms even natural?
Damn it!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Rocks in pain.
Dragon form!
Thanks, Sion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
Dueling! This one's got your name on it! Into the
My turn! Armor won't save you!
Chinese supernova!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
Out of my way! Double demon fang!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Dragon form!
Thunder Heel! Freeze Blazer!
Tiger blade!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Dragon form!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you, truly!
Dragon form!
All back in their defense!
Glad you had your use it.
I'll show you how useful I can be! Anything in armor is over.
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shot!
Well done.
Dragon form!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
There!
Double demon fang!
Make it break! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nicely done.
that the Zugel we're looking for?
Is that the Zugel we were told to dispatch?
I won't forgive you!
Ignite! Dragon Form!
I mean, they look cute stuff, but they're big.
Far enough! Make it ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Here comes flyers!
I got this. Let him mark them.
Armor won't save you!
All yours! It's on! Dragon Form!
Make it ready!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
We managed to pull through.
There it is. That's our target.
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! Thanks! Dragon Form! Thanks! Struck! Dragon Form! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I will go.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look frustrated.
Now, very well. Astral energy. Full throttle.
A flawless victory.
Yeah, right! Double Demon Fang!
We managed to pull through.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah. No. You did it!
Really?
Yeah.
What's gotten into him?
He says, instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival.
No way! All right. Anyone would inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her. Okay, off we go.
We should be able to cook here. Yes.
What?
Hmm?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew. Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
Forgive you!
To the demon tank!
This hurricane strike!
Going in! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! No further! Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
This one's mine! Denied! Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Look sharp!
Double demon fang!
Hurricane strike! Look sharp!
Double demon fang!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm! You're mine! It's over!
How about
What's the secret to being as strong as you?
You're pretty fierce on your own.
Well, maybe. But I still got a ways to go.
I thought you were more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
So the best defense is
Raging Storm!
Good to know my training is paying off.
Dispose of the trash.
It's over!
Hurricane!
Get on
Here we go!
Ray and Rip!
Now I see everything!
Carve through armor!
No pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dragon Swarm!
Take that! Hurry to the level!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
Thanks for the healing.
Really don't need my help.
Yeah, you too.
Who else will cook and clean for me?
Damn it. I should get my trap shot.
I thought you were more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
So the best defense is a good offense. This one's mine!
You've got pretty impressive aim there.
Thought of picking up the rifle yourself?
Nah, this is more my style.
The heavens must be smiling.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. Start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Xion? Xion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dana's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Where are these forland mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hey, look! We've got way more animals!
I never imagined Law would have a knack for husbandry.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
You're making me blush over here.
Law, maybe you should consider what that statement actually means.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Yes!
Well...
Right. Very nice. Yes! Right!
Just a minute.
Great! What? Yes! Great!
Hey,
No way!
oh? Hey,
Sorry.
How? Amazing! Yes!
Alpin! She owns stuffing bread with mabo curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Sheila, you're hooked on that stuff.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
What a rush!
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Dragon Form!
We can see about that!
In a bind?
Dragon Form! Not today! Dragon Form!
And the sky is mine! Hurricane foot!
I'm really thunderbolt!
I'll kill you all! Here I come! Not on my watch! Hurricane foot! Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done!
Denied! Dragon Form! Double Demon Blast!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
No chance! Dragon Form! The flame inside is pure to be let free! Far through armor!
You require help.
Make it ready!
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
Going in! Dragon Form! Can't get out of this!
Here!
In an instant! Impact block!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Looks like it could be worth something.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Come on! Dragon Swarm! sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Magic is in! It's over!
I'm gone! Nothing gets by
Try
me!
harder! Not a chance!
Denied!
Now you see what I can do!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My fists are crushing it out there!
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Gotta break through! Double demon blade! Dragon sword!
You require a hand. I can shatter any steel!
We got flyers!
I've got it! Let a martyrman handle it!
All yours!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant
Double demon fang!
Hey, drink to this one!
Dragon swarm! Here I come! Dragon swarm!
Ready and ready! I'll smash you!
Leave the enemy's art to me!
No way here!
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Not a chance!
Naturally! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding. We're in for a long slog with this one! Denied!
Dragon swarm!
Don't mind if I do!
Get behind me!
Take this! Flying free!
What did you just still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Leave him smelling to me. Yeah! And power to me!
Dragon swarm!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Gotta break through! Dragon Form!
I'm only getting started. I'll never miss. This one's mine. Water, your wings won't save you from me. This one's
The
mine.
flame inside me, yours!
Pesky airborne
Now!
scoundrel.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! I'll take you all on!
Look sharp.
Dragon Swarm! Ignite!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant
Double Demon Time! Dragon Swarm!
is here.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Impressive as always.
Where I hope that isn't true.
No, I mean, they're even better than ever.
Go for it. Prepare the purple.
You were practically a blur. Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team. I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Gotta break through! Dragon Swarm!
You wanna play? Come at me! I'll be saving this one!
Here I come! It's over! The flame inside me, yours to be let free! You picked the wrong fight! An astral art?
That's my cue! Keep going! Go for it! Prepare the purple!
Think we overdid it?
No!
Not by a long shot.
Hurricane Swarm! Tear!
Now you see what I can do!
Devastation!
Shield and break!
You're on! The flame inside me, yours to be let free!
Laser spear!
You're mine!
Here's evil! Eat
Dragon
dirt!
Swarm!
Where are you going? I never miss!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning can
Not a
dance!
chance! Hurricane Strike! Hurricane Strike!
Why'd you heal me?
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Hey, new equipment!
Opponent like this should be easy. Eat dirt!
No more mistakes, girl!
Dragon Swarm!
You want me? Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
Now or never.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I owe you one. Dragon!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more. Got
Well done!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in! I'm on hold!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
To be let free. Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
is all mine!
Water, hear my call! Hurricane strike!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky. The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course. Naturally.
Yours to be let free. Lightning thrust! Tear!
Glacial Spear!
Eat this!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon form!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur.
Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
Little help!
Double demon fang! Far enough! Dragon form!
This one's mine!
Take this!
How about this? I never miss! Hurricane
Dragon form!
This one's mine! Hear my call!
Time to let it rip! Dragon form!
Spread! Raging!
I'm nearly done for.
Celestial Runner! Freeze
Dragon
Lancer!
form!
Prepare to be seized.
Make it break!
Actually, that sounds more appropriate.
Let's talk on more do it!
You require a hand.
Flaming thrust!
Dance in the wind! In here! I'm out of ammo! Watson, let's get you all tucked away!
You picked the wrong fight!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon form! I'll take you all on! Dragon form! Dragon form! No further!
Raging Storm!
Sounds like a job for you truly.
Do without this pain! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Hurricane thrust! Tear!
Far enough!
Hurricane thrust!
Confiscated! Now!
Tear! Ignite!
Raging
Hurricane thrust! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Magic
Glacial Spear.
Hurricane thrust!
Now Hurricane Strike!
Dragon form!
Going in!
Onward and upward.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak. La,
Yeah, we're getting close.
Out of our way!
You're mine!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon form!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Here I come!
Blind spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Dragon form! Prepare to be seized! Can't get out of this!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
This one's all mine! Hurricane thrust! Not a chance! Burn!
Piercing roar!
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Look sharp!
Thanks!
Seems about right to me.
I need something to eat.
Out of our way!
Double demon
Where
fang!
are you going? Let the marksman handle this! Sleep now! Confiscated! Far enough! Flame of Fury! I never miss! Well, take it good! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dragon
Dragon form!
Here goes!
Now you see what I can do!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Here's evil!
My turn!
Shield!
Dragon
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Gotta break through! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! You're finished!
Take this! No further!
Dragon Swarm! Here I come! No escape! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Double demon blast! I'll smash you! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right.
Well then, let's keep moving.
Out of my way!
Double demon blast!
Here goes! Here's Angel!
Dragon
Not
Swarm!
on my watch! Tree Blazer!
Eat this! Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going?
Here goes! Now! Radiant!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Right here!
Dragon Swarm! We did it!
As impressive as always.
But I hope that isn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look closer.
Great!
I found some equipment.
Me take a look at it.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. Soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Islodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Heros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calabria? Ganeth Heros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legiel, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
We've reached our destination. Well... Oof, no.
I think someone's calling out for it. I'm skeptical.
Right. Hmm? All right. Got it. Okay, off we go.
You guys want to rest here? I'm roasting. Perhaps I should shed a layer.
Won't that leave you more exposed to attacks?
Shh! Let the woman do as she pleases! That was nothing.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? You're looking pretty down. Something on your mind?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just, well, there's something that's been eating away at me for a long, long time. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Of course not. I'm glad to listen.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I shouldn't go around casting magic. But there was one time I did, behind their backs. And when I did, Almadria showed up.
Huh?
I hated Almadria for destroying everything I loved. But what I hated most was myself. For breaking my promise to my parents. Even though I swore I'd get revenge, there was always this nagging part of me that wondered if I even had any right to do so.
Rinwell, it was Almadria who killed your family. Don't torment yourself over one mistake.
How can you say that when my mother and father died because of me?
This may not comfort you much, but I'll say it anyway. I have a feeling your parents always knew something like that might happen.
What do you mean?
There was always a chance that someday, someone was going to find you and your family. But even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. And there are two reasons I can think of for that. First, your talent. Second, they were hedging their bets.
Huh? On what?
On you, Rinwell. On how you'd turn out when you grew up. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but it would have been even more dangerous to live in hiding without being able to defend yourself. They knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you magic. And I think they did it because of how much they loved you.
Because my mother and father loved me.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't be putting words into your parents' mouths.
No, it's okay. I used to think I would have been better off if I never knew how to use magic. And if I'm really honest with myself, sometimes I still think that. But after traveling around with all of you guys, I've learned that there are things I can do with magic. That there's a point to it after all. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna try and accept it as part of who I am. I want to use it to protect my friends. To protect the future of Dana. Do you think that's selfish of me?
Not at all. I wouldn't want it any other way with you, Rinwell.
I'm counting on you, Alphen. Thanks to you, I was able to rest easy.
Think we can take that thing?
No way. Forget about it.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here I come! Double demon blast!
Disgusting enough.
Now you see what I can do!
Hurricane Fly! The flash are their weak point.
Not today! Double demon blast! Double demon blast!
Here,
Double demon fang!
First aid! Glacial Spear. Pierce the Evo.
Here I come!
Freeze Laser.
Double
Here's
demon
the
fang!
healing arm. First aid.
Ben,
Red.
need help.
Rock on rod. Radiant Flood. Pierce. Another ammo.
Try harder!
Arch Shield. Here's a healing arc. On guard.
Dragon
First
Claw!
aid. Lightning Descent.
You picked the wrong fight!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop. It looks like you got this one covered. Take that!
You made me angry. That was a
Stay
bad
away from my
idea.
friend!
Take that! I'll bring you back the rest of it.
Hook shot!
Double demon fang!
Hook shot!
There! Try harder! My turn!
I owe you, Xion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. This'll come in handy.
I owe you one.
The water will be
Take that!
Yeah, you do.
Not today!
Here! More for the now we're not there you go! Don't let up!
In a bind?
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
More for the sphere! Here's the evil!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Take this! Armor won't save you!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Demon fang! Try harder! This one's all mine! Now! Dragon form!
Take this!
Dragon form! Eat this!
In a bind?
Hold on to your heart. Here I
Time to
come!
let it rip!
Double
Demon fang!
annihilation!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Where are you going? Does this take care of... Come on, hey!
Double demon fang!
Armor won't save you!
Double demon song! Double demon fang! Ha! Not today!
I'll bring you back from
It's
death
time.
with this.
Double demon fang!
Can't get out of this!
I still got some fight left in me.
Double demon fang!
Here's a healing art.
Double demon fang!
Down! You're off!
Into the shadow. One more time. Reload. Not an arrow.
Dragon form!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Double
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Now you're getting serious?
Ha! Burn in hell!
More troopers?
Keep calm and take them down.
Can't move!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! No further! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
This one's mine.
Can't move!
There!
Water, hear my call.
Here I come!
Can't be happening.
Shattering of pieces!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Let's start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done. I let my guard down.
I still got some fight left in me. I'll bring you back from death with this.
Not done yet! Try harder! No! You paid for that! You're mine! Dragon form! Dragon form!
This medicine works.
Eat dirt!
Double demon fang! Good! To be let free! Not a chance! Ignite!
I'll heal you all!
It's go time!
Look sharp!
Healing armor won't save you! Can't get out of this!
I'll bring you back
Now
from
I
death
can
with
let
do
loose.
it! Time to stop! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I'll bring you back from death with sharp! Ready to go! This one's
Double
mine!
demon fang!
Far enough!
Still got some fight left.
Double demon fang! Dragon form! Now it's on!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form!
They're not playing around.
Double Demon Fang!
Take this! Here it comes! Now focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Double Demon Fang! No! Can't end here!
Great!
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss! Do it!
Tiger Blade! Hurricane Strike!
Healing
Double
Soul!
Demon Fang! I owe you one! Double This one's all mine!
It's weakened!
Double Demon Fang! This ends now! Dragon Form! Burn! Double Demon Fang! No further!
On guard!
Dragon Stoker!
Now you see what I can do!
Double Demon Fang!
Far enough!
Now! Dragon
This
Form!
one's mine!
This one's mine! Hockey left!
Here it comes!
Double Demon Fang!
can feel the medicine working.
Here, let me help.
Double Demon Fang! Ignite!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Dear throat.
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Can't get out of this!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Double Demon Fang!
Water, hear my call!
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! My turn! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Amazing! Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without
Double
you.
Demon Fang!
Thanks! Come on! Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight!
Double Demon Fang!
Here's evil! I never miss!
Prepare to be seized! In a vine! Eat!
Attack time!
Double Demon Fang!
Armor won't save you! Shot!
Dragon! Alright! You're finished!
Appreciate the help!
Double Demon Fang!
Denied!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! I have no limit! Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art!
Shield and face!
Yours to be let free! Eat dirt!
Take this! How about this? Now see what I can do!
Here's a healing art!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Can't end here! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Is this it? Any more of this and I'll burn out! Take this! There! Double Demon Fang!
Do it! This ends now!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Yeah! What?
Right. Afraid not.
Right.
Yeah!
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
This is great. The taste and aroma will blow everyone away.